Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the structures of my different stock portfolios. And even though we don't talk about individual stocks, at the beginning the reminder that I do not hold a financial services license. So this is really just an idea that I want to share, and maybe this helps you structure your portfolio as well. But you should do your own research and try to make your own decisions about what suits your investment best. But talking about my portfolios now, I do have two investment portfolios. One in Australia, that is where I live, and one in Germany. This is where I grew up and where I still have some of my money invested. And this is actually not too hard to manage now that everything is managed online and you can get all the information online and you can do your stock brokerage online. So it's not really hard to do that. But obviously you need to stay informed about what's going on in the different markets. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy being on top of my investments and on top of the news that are around in the stock market. But it's certainly a little bit effort managing two portfolios in two different countries. Starting with the Australian stock portfolio, and that is actually quite easy. I just have two parts in that stock portfolio. One part makes 20%, and this is fully invested in Australian ETFs in the ASX 300, and the other 80% are invested in individual companies. And these are around 15 companies, and some of them I've mentioned in previous videos. And I actually like that a lot. For the ETF, I just continuously grow the amount of money that I've invested in that ETF to make sure it's always around 20% of the stock portfolio. And for the individual stocks, I try to invest always in new companies when I think I find good investments, or I stock up positions in companies that I already have. For the German stock portfolio, it looks a little bit more different and more diversified. I do have the majority of my investment in German companies and in individual German companies, and that makes around 40% of my investments. The second largest group is 30%, and that is split between three different ETFs. One is an US ETF, one is a German mid-cap ETF, and one is an ETF that covers Asia Pacific market. And for the next largest group, that is shares from US, that makes around 20%. And then I have 8% of my portfolio invested in not random, but good selected international shares. And then there is just 2% left, and that is a more risky investment. And this is in P2P platforms. And again, split between different P2P platforms to make sure I covered it across different platforms and a lot of different countries. And this is really just a small portion because I think P2P credits are certainly a risky investment. But I'd like to have a little bit exposure to those type of investments to see how they perform, and also to stay diversified. And there are some areas that I actually would like to get exposure to. So this covers my current investment, and there are two areas that I think I would like to grow that I actually want to have in my portfolio in the future. And this is cryptocurrency, where I would like to start investing in progressively. And the other one is gold. And it's actually quite easy to invest in actual gold. And you can do that obviously in different ways. I think I would like to invest in certificates that are covered by gold, by physical gold. I think this is one of the easier ways to get exposure to the material. Yeah, I hope that structure was helpful to you and gave you a little bit more insight on what my investments look like. Let me know what you think and what your structure in your portfolio looks like and what you really prefer in your investment style. Leave a like and also some comments about the video. I'm looking forward to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.